Friends, we are going to look into what kind of breakthrough you may need. And we're going to use a couple of oracle card decks that I prepared for this. So we're going to channel the answer. Now, I always work together with Divine Mother as a base layer of everything. So yeah, that's where the channeling is sourced from, right? And everything else that wants to work together for this reading, for this channeling. I thought it would be good to know more about what you need for your breakthrough, because I know that you are eager to receive that. You may have been for longer stretches of time, maybe years, maybe even decades, on this journey, feeling that something important calls you in your heart, but you sort of cannot grasp it. You cannot make it real. This person all the time eludes you. It just doesn't stick in what you would say is a relationship. And you want to have a breakthrough in that. That is also a very positive moving forward that you can wish for yourself. Because you can actually not withdraw from it and then be sort of happy because you've tasted something of this divine love that twin flames are. And you will always remember that you have that in your heart, right? So that's why you need a breakthrough moving forward, moving deeper into the healing that is needed to go to harmonious twin flame union, the consciousness state. And we're going to look into that. Now, when I was preparing, I was shuffling the classical tarot and some cards already popped out. So we're going to start with this one. And it looks like this person, so maybe you, is really defending himself, him or herself, against these not visible people that are standing a little bit lower on the mountain or something. And they are raising their wands towards him. And he is trying to defend himself against this seeming attack, although they are lower on the mountain than he is. Something like that, right? And it can be playful, but it can also be serious. So maybe this means that you are trying to defend where you stand. And that might actually maybe not be such a good idea. So this may be the situation in which you need a breakthrough. And it may not be such a good idea because you might just be defending your stance, your mentality that you have right now. And that may just very well be the thing that does not give you the breakthrough that you're looking for, because you are lacking the breakthrough, right? You are lacking that detail or something, or that technique, or whatever you think it is, that will make it come true, that will make you feel relieved and happy, and the twin flame return, and everything be peaceful and in a relationship that works. I'm not saying that you should throw yourself in a fight with these people. I'm just saying that maybe you are defending something that is part of the situation right now, and part of why the situation is how it is. And breakthrough points to that something else needs to happen, because that's the difference that will now make you break through. And the bottom of the deck was visible when I got this card, and that is the overarching feeling in which we need to read this card, and that is the Nine of Cups in reverse. And right side up, this signifies a very fulfilled man with all his cups in a row, all his feelings fulfilled is what that means. And it is traditionally the wishes come true card. But it presented itself upside down, reversed. So I think this establishes what I already said, right? That you are defending something that is actually making it so that you don't have what you wish. All right. So that's the startup situation. And it's always good to accept the startup situation, because then you can start to look for the actual solution, right? I see a card from the Mary Magdalene deck, Serendipity. So I know that, look at his flames, right? She's hit by the twin flame inside. That comes together in her mind and in the world. That's how it works, yeah. Serendipity. I know that the twin flame journey, you might have already experienced a lot of serendipity. Things that happen on the same time that are so mysteriously magical that happened, right? And that is not strange, because when there is an inner thing happening inside of you, let's say also inside of your brain or something, which is just an outer processing center of your inner soul, then you will see that in the world. And that is, of course, the serendipity that the whole journey is based on. So that also means when you would change your mentality, how you stand in your current situation and in the journey in general, the spiritual twin flame journey, that might change something in here, and then what comes in the world will also change. And that is the idea of the serendipity that I am getting from it today for this problem. And what kind of quality does this have? This inner healing. Let's look in the Oracle of the Rose. This inner healing so that the outer will show you what the inner is having achieved for itself, which is a change in the stance, no longer defending how you were standing, but something new, something fresh is coming in. And then that will be reflected in the world for you, which is how life works. Holy Grail. I got 2 cards from the Roses Oracle deck. Holy Grail. Stop the endless seeking. Start the inner quest. So that's the breakthrough, or leads to the breakthrough that you're looking for. It's the inner thing that needs to start to work differently for you. It's the inner stance that needs to change. It's your inner attitude. Maybe even the source from which you live needs to change to the most innermost heart. And maybe that is the big shift. That is the breakthrough. To really take that seriously. that you need to go to the inner. Breathing rose. Follow your heart, connection, the passing of time. There's a process to it. After you've accepted that you go inward. And you get into the connection with the actual breathing space of the inner world and the healing of it and the compassion of it and the divine source of it, the wisdom of it, the learning of lessons that is the result of that wisdom that are very much connected to what you really as a human being in the relationships and stuff have experienced and what kind of lessons that you find there. This is the breakthrough that you are looking for. And we are actually in the middle of this channeling in this reading because I feel that creating this breakthrough for you is like such a valuable idea. And there should be a space for that. There should be a time for that for you to really connect with that, what that is for you. And that's why you are invited to the weekend workshop of 6 hours long. One part on the Saturday, next part on the Sunday. The Twin Flame Breakthrough Workshop. And we're going to do that on the first weekend of May 4 and 5. And you'll find the link to get your ticket below. And we also now look into the Egyptian card deck. What yet? I hope that's how you say it. The snake goddess of life, force, energy, and transformation. Very Kundalini-like, in other words. Research which holy ego house you have outgrown by now. You will purify what your consciousness growth no longer stimulates. Meditation idea, send life force energy to what you want to let grow. Yeah. Love that. It's like kind of self-explanatory. You have outgrown this ego situation of defending what you thought was true, what you thought needed to be defended. And now you're going to look into the bigger whole of what's going on and actually connect with your inner world so that this real serendipity can help you to manifest in the world what inner changes you have been making. And maybe you have outgrown the idea that your obsession with the twin flame is fruitful instead of the inner peace. Maybe you're outgrowing that with the twin flame you need to be manipulating them in a relationship because then you get your way or something, or it looks like how you think it needs to look because of how you grow up or something, or peer pressure. And instead you start to let in that the whole dance as an unfoldment with the true twin flame is designed to make you aware of your true values and of the fact that you already are a whole and respected part of the union space that manifests in the concrete dance that is already here, that is already you, that doesn't refer back to what your peers have done in the past or how you had been growing up, but it refers to something pure and authentic to your deeper self. Not only to who you thought you were, but who you are in the divine light. And the snake goddess is going to help you with that, because it means that all the life force energy in your actual energy body, that your body lives inside of, and it is together with the body and energy body. This is actually the outer world. Did you know that? But like a first expression of what you truly are, made out of energy. From your true core in the invisible inner world, made out of light. But when that comes in order and you anchor in your light source, in the divine, with other words, your divine inheritance comes forward in your energy body, in your body. It's like as if your whole beingness in the world will be attuned differently. And you exude something different. It's like this invisible sending tower that I am, right? It's been emitting other frequencies now that my true twin flame must recognize and is automatically attracted to. Because I now have placed my anchor in the actual inner world. And that changes the input in my energy body, and the snake goddess can help you let that flow through you in the right way and purify inside of you what is no longer needed. And helps you send your life force energy consciously to what you want to let grow. So let's see what that leads to in the Divine Abundance Oracle cards. Yeah, it feels pretty good to me until here. It feels really divine and grounded at the same time, honestly. Let me know how it feels to you. Allowing. I was like, I can't read that. What language is that? Okay. Allowing. The dance of Shiva. Radical acceptance says yes to reality in any given moment, so what's needed can come next. Wow. So the quality of allowing comes in here and will help you. Then you start to allow it in. See, and that's completely, well, yeah, really sort of opposite, right? Than fighting against something. No, you start to allow things in. You start to allow the whole dance in of the twin flames towards each other, what you are a full part of, and you're free to move in your wild movements in that union. And that is what is attractive to the true twin flame. That's how they know that it is you. And you allow that dance to happen. You, in other words, stop listening to the fear. And that's when you know that you're beyond the breakthrough moment. Right. Let's see if we can get another quality. This is what happens here, divine abundance. It's not for nothing a word that I use a lot in my work about twin flames, abundance. It's the inner abundance that comes out and becomes outer. That's what twin flames are. That's why I talk about twin flame abundance. And this card says, you were born to align with love's will. Follow the Tao, which is the principle of life, and serve something beyond the ego. Learn to be abundance, not chase it. Right, you are abundance. You don't need to go after it. Just like you are a twin flame. You don't need to run after him. It's what you are. You will attract them to you. When you are in your beingness, like this Indian goddess picture of abundance. Yeah. That's what comes in when you allow it to happen. Yeah, pretty clear. I thought I wanted to say something else about it, but no, I don't know what, so. Very clear, this reading. What do you think? What do you think? Now we're going to get an angel answer. Yes. Yes, indeed. It is pretty clear. This is how you get to your breakthrough on your twin flame journey. And I would like to work that out for and with you a little more. We're going to do that in the twin flame workshop if you want to on May 4 and 5. And the link towards all the information about that and buying your seat, there are only 4 available, you'll find in the description box below and in the pinned comment. So I hope this helped. So I know that we've been talking about how you can go to your twin flame breakthrough. And I really want that for you. So, you know, there are more workshops even the coming time. And there is a workshop that I specifically love with all my heart, and that is going to be the Christed Masters workshop. It's going to be a local workshop, so only if you want to go to Arnhem in the Netherlands in Europe. I do have videos on the Christed Masters, and I will now send you to one of them so that you get a sense of what that workshop might be about, or if you cannot come, just enjoy the video and get everything that you get from it, just like that. I'll put it here in a couple of seconds and I'll see you there. Love from Petra.